No, don't do that. This is turned out to be a disaster.
Got a chicken sandwich.
Oh, don't do this. This is what's happening here. Oh man. Today we are going over several morning routines, a topic near and dear to my heart because you know what? I love a good morning routine. I've been refining mine for years. My objective has been longevity. So if it hits a scientific threshold, I'm in. If it doesn't, it's out. Today I'm going to be assessing what other people are doing and we'll see what they've got going on. Wait a second. All right, this is fun. Okay, we're gonna start at 3:53 a.m. So this person definitely is OCD, certainly has psychological problems with control and organization, which I love. Wait, it's going too fast. Okay, good sound. Yep, he's got a nice chain. That's a heavy weight. Nice selection. Okay, first, before he goes outside, I would like to have reassurances that he knows what the air quality is. I definitely want to know the AQI index. I want to know the PM 2.5. That's particulate matter 2.5. I want to know the contaminants in the air. If he's going to go outside, just be aware, what is the air quality? So I have to say, the ASMR is really good. Cleanly shot, well structured. So from a morning routine aesthetic, he's doing a great job. Wait, what? Did he just clean his face with a banana peel? Maybe that is evidence I'm not aware of. I was not aware that banana peel face scrubbing is beneficial. Maybe it's something that he benefits from, but like, hey, I mean, it's new. I gotta respect the, he's been an explorer, but not something that I recognize from the evidence.
Thank you.
Wait, is that honey? Yes, I'm not sure I would do honey on that one. Honey, if that is honey, is going to increase your glycemic index, and putting it on hot food is going to also change the enzymes in the honey. So I don't think I would pair honey with food fresh off the stove. Okay, so overall, pretty interesting morning routine. I wouldn't say it's gonna rank like the best longevity routine, but I'd say like he's getting up early in the morning, which I love. He has a consistent routine, which is setting your cortisol and your circadian rhythm. That's very positive. He's active, which is wonderful. I would give him a 10 out of 10 for aesthetics and ASMR. I would give him 3 out of 10 for longevity and 7 out of 10 for health, which is just like have a structured morning, do things positive for your health, be mindful of what you're eating. It's a good thing to encourage people, be disciplined, be structured. Next, we've got a 24-year-old. First, okay, is his bed on, what's his bed, like cinder blocks?
4-year-old living alone to stay healthy and fit. I wake up at...
I knew by the fact that the bed was on cinder blocks that he was living alone. That is a dead giveaway.
Like around 7 every morning. I immediately got my running shoes, which are the New Balance 1080s today. Then I quickly cleaned up the apartment. It just kind of was getting a little bit messy, so just went crazy and cleaned everything, vacuumed everything, fun stuff. The last thing to do was to organize my shoes really quick.
Okay, I like this. Like, I expected like a protocol about like what he's doing for his health, but he's cleaning his house, which you know what? I respect. Get up in the morning, put your New Balance shoes on, clean up your f***ing house, make sure you don't live in a pigsty. That's good shit. I'm on board with that. And he's got a reef on his door. That's nice.
An energy drink and finally headed out the door.
Energy drink, I want to know which one though, because energy drinks are typically not great with the ingredients. So I want to see which one.
And then hopped in my Kia K5. Started sipping all my energy drink, and then I just was craving Chick-fil-A, so I...
No, don't do that! This has turned out to be a disaster. I mean, I was on board with the cleaning the house and getting the shoes in order and making his bed. I'd be like, Chick-fil-A. So he's doing an energy drink and then Chick-fil-A?
Stopped by, got a chicken sandwich.
Oh! Don't do this. I mean, okay, look, right there in that shot, his fingers, that's really nice skin. That is supple, youthful skin. You know what that food does? It creates AGEs. It's gonna like create these terrible things in your skin. It's not gonna look great. So when you're 24 years old, you don't realize when you eat this stuff, it's destroying you from the inside and eventually outside in, where people look at your skin and be like, that's a diet of fast food. So, and then, man, those sauces, like Chick-fil-A is just not a place you wanna be hanging out. Don't do that.
Some tots. Absolutely throttled that meal. And then I threw my...
Throttled. What does that mean? I hope he's wearing sunscreen too. He looks like he's in a desert environment. I would definitely want to know what the UV index is. So if he's going outside, just type in your city UV index and you see in the morning it's very low. It climbs to the peak during midday, then comes back down. So at this point, he ate Chick-fil-A. Oh man, like that's gross. Like you're eating, you're gonna feel sick.
Beats and went for my morning run. Just an easy, peaceful 6 miler. I have the Boston Marathon coming up soon. Stopped in at Target to grab some groceries.
Target? Why am I crying in Target?
And then I took a shower. That was my morning. This is my morning.
Okay, I think he's got good intentions. I don't think anyone has actually taught him some basic things about health. I wouldn't be pounding the energy drink. I wouldn't be doing Chick-fil-A. He gets points for cleaning his house, doing 6 miles a day. That's great. He could use a little help. So I'd say ranking this aesthetically, 5 out of 10, longevity, 1 out of 10, health, 4 out of 10.
If I want to sleep for 7 hours, I set my alarm to wake up in 5 hours, and then I go right in the hyperbaric chamber that's set up like a bed. So then I sleep in the hyperbaric, and then straight from there I go on the red light, cardio with...
Wait, he wakes up and then he sleeps in the hyperbaric. I'd be mindful of not cutting your sleep short. So your REM sleep happens in the latter part of the night. So you get deep sleep in the first part, then REM at the last. And if he's cutting his REM sleep to do that, I wouldn't make that trade-off. Being in the hyperbaric is great, so good for him. I'll be mindful though, if his hyperbaric has 100% oxygen inside the chamber, that is generally bad for the health. It can create oxidative damage and cause cataracts. So I'd want him to be doing 100% oxygen with a mask, not in the chamber entirely.
Weighted vest, sauna, cold.
Cool, weighted vest, great. I don't do cold plunge myself. I mean, the evidence, I think it's mostly for feel-good chemicals. I think the evidence on longevity is emergent. So if you do a cold plunge practice, great, do you. Longevity protocol, I'd say like 5 out of 10, health protocol, 7 out of 10, and aesthetic, the fact that he wore a Mario costume, 6 out of 10. Oh, great. This is a very different vibe. 5 healthy plus realistic morning habits. Okay, so first of all, her hair looks really nice. So if this is an imagination that she just woke up, I don't believe it. I think she did a full job on the hair. All right, let's go. Okay, first of all, she's drinking tap water. You wanna be very mindful. So if she's gonna drink tap water, you want to have it measured. I do this every month in my house. I measure tap water and I measure my filtered water. We have a reverse osmosis system with a carbon base, which remineralizes. And so if you're drinking tap water, just know what you're drinking. Tap water can have some really bad stuff like microplastics. And then of course, like a lot of drugs, which people put down the drain that's recycled back in our water supply system. So be mindful. I do like her flowers. They're in the kitchen, that's really nice. And looks like she's got a metal water container. That looks good. I wonder if the top is plastic though. Okay, chia pudding, berries. It's nice. Her nails look nice. Wait. Okay, eggs, toast, berries. Like, yeah, directionally she's doing a good job. Working out, good. The journaling. She's doing facial massages. That's a good morning routine. From health perspective, you know, 6 out of 10. Longevity, 5 out of 10. Aesthetics, let's call it 7 out of 10. This is what's happening here. That's pretty amazing. That's my Trevor. Okay, Trevor just became a friend of mine. He just came over to the house a couple months ago. We did a video. I love that the Trevor's doing this. This is amazing. Trevor. Good job, man. Oh my God. Like how lucky are we to have funny people in the world that like laughter is like the best longevity therapy. This is so funny. I'm so happy he did this. What is it? What's he reading? She comes first, Trevor. The expression on his face. Good job, Trevor. Oh man.
Yeah. We gotta turn those 100 pennies into $1. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Oh, that is just a magnificent piece of art. 10 out of 10 longevity, 10 out of 10 health, 10 out of 10 from an aesthetic perspective. Trevor, good job. Whoa, he looks serious. Who is this? Okay, the perfect 4 a.m. morning routine. Like, just looking at his facial expression, this man is serious. That's a pretty cool workout system, I have to say. I haven't seen that before, but if you're living in a small apartment and you need to do all these kinds of things, that's cool. Hey, this is amazing. What's he doing? He's getting a blood draw or a drip? Let's see. Okay, so this is the first time we saw any kind of, in all the routines we've been looking at, someone doing something, either measurement. If he's getting a blood draw, that'd be very positive. But I suspect he's probably doing a drip or like injections like glutathione or some vitamin drip. If he is, cool. Be a little careful, like spinach is great. You just wanna be mindful to not have it too much. So let's see, eggs, avocado, berries, seeds. Are those cookies? And then he's got coffee, pretty solid. All right, so I'd say the workout thing was probably the highlight for me. That's a really cool device and you can get a lot done in your apartment. A lot of people will say that they can't do a given thing because of, name your excuse. And so I think there's a lot of power in doing something even when it's hard or you have to find a creative solution for it. Okay, on this, I would say 6 out of 10 for health, 5 out of 10 for longevity, and let's call it a 7 out of 10 for aesthetics. Solid. Okay, this is fun. My productive morning routine as a 16-year-old student. All right. I love the dance and the footwork out of bed. Banger. I love the sloppiness. That's cool. Good aesthetic choice on the jumping and the change. Like that's a nice addition here. My favorite thing is his dancing in between cuts. I have to say, I have a soft spot for this. Oh, I thought he was just gonna dip a toe in the ice bath and call it good. Okay, I like this guy. This is a cool person. I wanna hang out with him. I want to do the morning routine with him. Dance around, fuck around. 8 out of 10 longevity. You're a good influence on your peers. Like most of your friends are not doing this shit, so that's good. On health, 8 out of 10. Aesthetic, 10 out of 10. Good job. Who is this guy? My morning routine, all right. And it's like, I love his dead in the face expression. Is this mustache real? That can't be real, right? That it looks like a taped on mustache. Yeah. Oh no, oh no. Get in the car after a day of 20 beers. So I'd say 9 out of 10 for health, for the cleverness, 9 out of 10 for longevity, for identifying the real societal problems. And aesthetically, good job, 7 out of 10. All right, guys, so there you have it. Having a morning routine is better than not having a morning routine, because starting your day off right is the best way of having a good day. I know when I wake up late, for example, and I have a rough start to the morning, the whole day it feels like I'm just trying to catch up from the space I lost in the morning. It's why I love an early bedtime. I love an early rise. I get ahead of the day. I plan everything out. When I show up, I'm ready, I'm prepared. So if you don't have a morning routine, some good examples of things you can choose from, but definitely a great way to start your day off.